It's no wonder why the city of Fresno and so many Valley businesses choose McHenry Protective and Investigative Services. With over 50 years of experience in public safety and security, McHenry's team of experts will safeguard you, your commercial property, and your next big event. Professional service, marked patrol vehicles, 24-hour dispatch, and friendly, observant, and responsive armed and unarmed guards are just a few of the reasons you should contact McHenry at 559-478-7747 or visit them online at mchenryprotection.com. Hi, I'm John Malos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Glad you're with us on a Wednesday morning. We are live, of course, 436-MeTV option 11, and we have a special guest here talking about all these old shows that MeTV shows each and every day. That's right, my friends. We're going to delve into how this network started and why it's so popular, and we're asking you to chime in with your favorite show. We'll run it down, the top 20 shows here on MeTV. 436-MeTV option 11. Today's program is sponsored by McHenry Protective Services, your sponsor and mine on the program today. Back in a moment. Should have a lot of fun. See, when that camera light goes on, you got to be prepared. You got to be ready. That's called being a professional, right? But you know, I'm no professional. I just come in and I do what I do, and I don't know how I do it. Anyway, 436-MeTV option 11. You like that? I don't know how I do what I do. Anyway, I mean, ask Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus. How do they do what they do? Or Jordan Spieth, the defending Masters champion. By the way, the Masters golf tournament is to start tomorrow, and we'll see if Jordan Spieth successfully defends his title. They had the big dinner last night at the Masters, Augusta National, of course, there in Augusta, Georgia, and it was quite an event. Also, a big event last night was the Wisconsin primary, as Ted Cruz absolutely shellacked Donald Trump, as did Bernie Sanders over Hillary television set. It's us going through some technical difficulties here, but as I was saying, Ted Cruz absolutely shellacking Donald Trump last night in the Wisconsin primary, and Bernie Sanders with a big victory over Hillary Clinton. And ask yourself this question, as I was rudely interrupted by these technical problems. When was the last time Hillary Clinton won a primary? I have to think back. I don't even know. And then there's that race here locally, the assembly race, district number 31. Juan Arambula, of course, or Joaquin Arambula, I should say, over Clint Olivier, temporarily 52.2% to 41.7%. Not over yet in that assembly district race number 31. Ted Miller, he's kind of the odd man out, only had 5.8%. So some big numbers last night. But you know what? I heard somebody say last night that Donald Trump's support has been solidified because he got more than 30% of the vote in Wisconsin, despite the fact that he was beaten. So he solidifies his report. He does not gain in the delegate count. Ted Cruz certainly does, and it does not assure Donald Trump of 1237, the number of delegates that you need before the convention to lock up that nomination. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, tomorrow on the program, it should be a very interesting one. We'll talk to Roger George about why they are letting and releasing thousands of gallons of water out of Millerton down into the ocean. We're losing about a foot a day on Millerton and San Luis Reservoir as well. So we'll get into the details, and I'll tell you what, those two veins on the side of Roger George's neck, they were popping out yesterday talking about this. He is infuriated that they're doing this because, yeah, we got a lot of rain, but we also need to save a lot of water, and we're not doing so. We're releasing it down into the ocean. You're watching us live on Comcast Channel 375, my friends, Comcast Cable, and it's every Monday through Friday live at 10 o'clock. If you can't watch us on cable TV, it's totally understandable. 43.6 and 13.1 over-the-air broadcast. If you have an antenna purchased right here at Ventura TV or some other location here in Fresno. And if you can't watch this program in its entirety, not a problem. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 13.6 YouTube. 8 o'clock tonight, 4.6 Biz TV. And later on YouTube, you could be in the deepest parts of Zaire. And if you can get the internet, you can watch our show on YouTube on your cell phone, by the way, if you so choose. All right, today's broadcast is about MeTV and all the programs that you watch consistently right here. There are some people that I've talked to, they have their television sets glued to MeTV. They don't even change the channel. They have a secondary set where they watch news, but they leave that one primary set on MeTV because they like the shows like Batman and Taxi and I Love Lucy and Gunsmoke and Star Trek and Hogan's Heroes and all the rest. Anyway, MeTV was started back in Chicago in 2003 by Weagle Productions. And it was a local broadcast from an independent station in Chicago. Then in 2010, Weagle Productions branched out. They had MGM distribute this thing nationally. So now it is a national network. And one of the television shows that they feature on MeTV is one of my favorites. And it is one of the best television shows ever produced in the history of television. Started back in 1951. It ran for 6 or 7 years on the CBS television network. I'm talking about I Love Lucy.
What are you doing up here? I thought you were downstairs boxing chocolates.
Oh, they kicked me out of there fast.
Why?
I kept pinching them to see what kind they were. This is the 4th department I've been in.
Oh, I didn't do so well either.
No.
All right, girls. Now, this is your last chance. If one piece of candy gets past you and into the packing room unwrapped, you're fired.
Yes, ma'am.
Let her roll!
So this is easier.
Yeah, we can handle this, okay?
Listen, Ethel, I think this... I think we're fighting a losing game. Here she comes.
Fine, you're doing splendidly. Speed it up a little!
One of the funniest episodes in television history with I Love Lucy. And I'll tell you what, if you look right over Ronnie Paul's left shoulder, you can see, no, the other one. That's right. There is the actual photo from that scene, I Love Lucy. Live in our studio is Ronnie Paul, Flying Home with Ronnie Paul. You can watch him every Saturday night on the Coca-Cola broadcasting stations. Saturday night, it's a long one too. I think it's 7 to 1 a.m.
Exactly.
7 to 1 a.m. It's amazing. He's been on for, what, more than 10 years now?
11 years.
11 years. He is a staple here in the city of Fresno. He is a man about town, Ronnie Paul. 436 MeTV, option 11. By the way, I've got the list right here. Ronnie Paul's top 10 all-time, top 20 of his favorite sitcoms. And I'll tell you what, this is the biggest classic network in the nation right now. MeTV, memorable entertainment television. What's your favorite show? Call in and tell us why it's your favorite show. 436 MeTV, option 11. And it's McHenry Protective Services, our sponsor on the program today.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
The following is another list of things you will not hear on MeTV programs. Man cave, baby bump, whatevs, double half-calf mochaccino, faux hog, redonkulous, totes adorbs, hella, holla, YOLO, cray-cray, and MeTV is still Kardashian-free. This is what you will hear on MeTV programs.
Welcome, Denham. The Twilight Zone. About wolves.
I object, Your Honor.
Mr. Grant?
I hear you right. You heard me right.
MeTV. Thanks for listening.
Oh, let me just give you a few pointers on how to handle rowdies. The first thing you do is to get the psychological edge on your adversary by showing supreme confidence.
How do you do that?
You stand your ground. You brace yourself in case he throws that first punch. And then you just look him straight in the eyes, like this.
Like this, Barney?
Yeah, that's coming. Now close the eyes just a little bit more.
And then if you have any trouble closing them, well, your opponent will close them for you.
Andy, there's a time for kidding and a time for serious. Now, this is it. Now, the next thing in self-defense is muscle control. And when you brace yourself for that first punch, you make yourself hard all over, and nothing can hurt you. Let me show you. And you hit me right there, just as hard as you can. Well, it won't make a dent.
Go ahead, Hope. It's okay.
Come on, Hope. Come on. See, I'm braced. See? You can't hurt me. Come on. All you got. Come on.
Hope you want to help Barney in that chair there.
Did that hurt, Barney?
Oh, no, that didn't hurt him because he was braced for it, weren't you, Barney?
He was braced for it, Ronnie.
No matter how many times you, this is 1960, 61.
Yeah, I know.
No matter that, it's still, it's funny today in 2016.
I know. No matter how many times you watch it.
Yeah, we're still got tears that are laughing from it, too.
All right. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I wanted to say was, one thing I've always wondered is, how do these actors, do they get residuals from what they did, or does somebody own the shows now? Because, you know, I went to go see them when they came back, I guess this last September, out there at the Armenian home. I had a great time. I mean, seeing those guys was great.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
kind of seeing them sitting there selling autographs for $20 a shot, you know, wasn't too much. It was great. But it's just that, I mean, is somebody else getting rich off of what they did? I just always wondered that. That was just my question. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. You know, you can probably answer that, but it depends on the contract that they signed at the time. Like, I Love Lucy, they had their own production. It's Desilu Productions.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
So he owned it, right?
Yeah, Desi owned it, and like Andy Griffith, what they did, they got paid for so many runs.
Is that right?
Yeah, then after that, the contracts...
Hang on, caller.
The contract is done. So what we're seeing today, none of the family members are getting any
residuals.
As of today, no.
How about the Andy Griffith show?
Andy Griffith show, too. The only one I Love Lucy is Greg Oppenheimer's son, Greg. He didn't sell his share. So every time I Love Lucy's run either here or anywhere in the United States, he's getting paid for that one.
So, I didn't know.
He didn't sell his share.
What about Gunsmoke or Andy Griffith or Hogan's Hair or any of those?
Hogan, same thing. They got paid when it was for so many reruns, and that's it. That's
and
it.
Then it's
that's
done.
It.
They're done.
Then it's owned by CBS, and CBS
wow,
owns
amazing.
it now.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, Ronnie.
Oh, hi. Irene.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
How are ya?
Fine, how are you? She's one of the...
Mr. Mallows, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Irene. One of your regular viewers there
absolutely.
on the Flying Home with Ronnie
Big
Paul.
Lucy fan, too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We have a date every Saturday night.
That's
from
true.
7 to 1.
Does your girlfriend know about that, Ronnie?
Huh? Yeah, sure she does.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Well, she steps aside just on Saturdays, because we have a standing date.
Exactly. You know, we do.
Well, that's good. Now, what's your favorite show? What's your all-time favorite of all these old sitcoms?
Oh, Ronnie will know that because he just showed it, right, Ronnie?
Exactly, Lucy. She's big. I love Lucy.
Big on I Love Lucy.
Lucy is my favorite. Whatever he shows on Lucy is all right with me.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore, do they?
Of course not. And you know, she was such a beautiful woman, and love it when he has the secretary on the air.
Wanda.
And so much information that she gives out, you know, that we didn't know out here. Lucy was a beautiful woman. She had a beautiful body, and she was just talented all the way around and funny. Oh, my God, she could tickle your funny bone all day long.
Yeah, she had not only, I mean, yeah, okay, you say beautiful body, but she had beautiful face, beautiful hair, but more importantly, she had brains, she had talent, and she was funny as anybody.
And that is what she wore the pants in the family. I mean, Desi Arnaz was a very, very smart man too, to do what they did, you know, with the Desilu Productions. He was a very smart man. He just wasn't strong enough, or maybe he thought he was second rate to Lucy, but they were a great pair. They were a very great pair.
They were a great pair on television. I don't know, maybe Ronnie knows more about their personal life. I have no idea.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they made
the
a
personal
great
life
pair.
was a little
they made a
off
great
the track there, but you know, business-wise, they were a very good pair. Just like
they really
Sonny
were.
and Cher.
But I got the sense, Irene, and maybe Ronnie, you can follow up on this because you know more about this than I do. It was Lucy that ran the show. It was
Lucy.
her show.
Lucy was the one in charge, but Desi was the business person. We wouldn't have this Me TV if it wasn't these reruns. If it wasn't for Desi Arnaz, he's the one.
That's right. She was the talent, and sometimes he was the brains, but she had both.
You know, CBS says we want it on a Kinderscope, and this says no. He says I want it on film. He says all right, then you have to pay for the film. But he says okay, but I own the film, so CBS said okay. So this is how we get.
He actually paid to have everything on film.
On film. He says, but I own the episode. I own it and everything too. So
CBS said okay.
CBS said okay, and then when they wanted to buy RKO, he sold it to CBS for $8 million at that time, and that's how they bought the studio. This is why we have.
That was a very smart move on his part.
All these shows,
and that is why we're enjoying them so much now.
Exactly. See, all these shows we see, if it wasn't for Desi Arnaz, we wouldn't have no Me TV. We wouldn't have no Antenna TV. We wouldn't have, he was the man that vetted the rerun. That's how it came from him. He's the one.
Right.
See? Lucy was the actor that made it funny, but Desi was the businessman.
Force.
Yeah. And he doesn't get too much credit for that. You know, he knew, he is the one that invented this 3-camera technique. It's all him. He was very, very interesting man. And then when he wrote that book,
he's the one that started the 3-camera sitcom thing. Because they had, how many cameras they use on I Love Lucy? How many
there were
cameras?
three.
There were 3 cameras.
The 3-camera technique.
Wow.
And it's used today, to this day.
Yeah, and I Love Lucy started, Irene, back in 1951 and ran through 1957 or 59.
Well, they ran through 59. The 6 years, the half hour, and then the 3 years, the hour.
Yeah, and then Lucy did another sitcom with that banker. What's his name?
Mr. Mooney, Gail Gordon.
Yeah,
Mr. Mooney.
Yeah, Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney. Yeah.
And Desi was in charge just for the first half a year of 1962. And then he had trouble with Gary Morton, everything, you know, because Desi was the one that would warm up the audience every show. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't know
it was
that.
Desi Arnaz.
How would he do it? Did you ever take in a show?
No, I did before I was young though.
Oh, okay.
But I have clips of what he's done. He says, "Well, welcome everybody." He introduced, like Norman Lear used to do All in the Family, everything like that. He did. Desi did that. Lucy.
So he would warm up the audience.
Oh yeah, he was the one that everything. He introduced everybody on the set and everything.
Wow.
It was him. He really is a very genius man.
Yeah. So Irene, anything else to add before we go to break?
No, but I just want to say, Ronnie, you look very nice in that color.
Oh, thank you. This is my Easter egg. This Easter egg hunt.
That's your Easter. That's your Easter shirt.
My Easter egg shirt. Yeah.
Right, and you got the CBS. I pull that down a little bit so they can see the CBS logo there. See CBS Sports.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. I don't like that second hat you have there.
No, that's why I have it hidden.
Yeah.
Irene.
Very handsome.
Irene.
I'll let you guys go and.
Irene, thank you, dear.
let you get on with the show, and Ronnie and I will speak to you on Saturday,
All
okay?
right, thank you.
You're a very loyal viewer.
Gentlemen, have a very good day.
Thank you, Irene. All right, 436 Me TV, option 11. What is your top 20 list for favorite shows here on Me TV? It all started back in 2003. Remember, they had TV Land to start with on cable.
Yes, that was TV
and now
Land.
They're not even showing classic television anymore.
No.
It's Me TV that's nationwide. They're on all the substations around the country. But we'll get into more of that. But 436 Me TV, option 11. What's your favorite show on Me TV? McHenry Protective Services, your sponsor on the program today. It's no wonder why the city of Fresno and so many Valley businesses choose McHenry Protective and Investigative Services. With over 50 years of experience in public safety and security, McHenry's team of experts will safeguard you, your commercial property, and your next big event. Professional service, marked patrol vehicles, 24-hour dispatch, and friendly, observant, and responsive armed and unarmed guards are just a few of the reasons you should contact McHenry at 559-478-7747 or visit them online at mchenryprotection.com.
Good evening. My name's Wayne. Some of you may have seen me before. I hope so. I've been kicking around Hollywood a long time. I've made a lot of pictures out here, all kinds. And some of them have been westerns. And that's what I'm here to tell you about tonight, a western. A new television show called Gunsmoke. No, I'm not in it. I wish I were, though, because I think it's the best thing of its kind that's come along. I hope you'll agree with me. It's honest, it's adult, it's realistic. Well, when I first heard about the show Gunsmoke, I knew there was only one man to play in it, James Arness. He's a young fella and maybe new to some of you, but I've worked with him and I predict he'll be a big star. So you might as well get used to him like you've had to get used to me. And now I'm proud to present my friend Jim Arness in Gunsmoke.
All right, so was John Wayne ever considered for that position?
They wanted John Wayne to do the role. He says, you know, I'd rather do movies, but I have a guy that I know that would fit perfectly.
So they
James
wanted
Arness.
John Wayne,
Yeah, they wanted
and he
him.
turned it down.
He turned it down. But he says, I have the guy perfect that would fit. It's James Arness.
How did he know he was a perfect fit?
Huh? Well, actors know actors, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know.
And how did he know
you guys
James
have
Arness?
coffee
Did he
once in a while,
work? Did he work with him, or at some point?
He must have. You
He
know,
must
I think
have.
So.
Yeah,
So,
and
they were friends too. So
yeah, and James Arness was a big, tall, big man.
Yeah.
Big man. So you kind of needed a tall, big man to play that big marshal. Yeah, the big marshal that's at Dodge City, taking care of the Dodge City. So caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Well, my goodness, I got to see three of my favorite men all in the same place. John Wayne, John Mallos, and Ronnie Paul.
Ronnie
I
Paul.
thought you was going to have on a politician, but it's Ronnie Paul. Thank you, Ronnie Paul, for all the good work you do. I appreciate it. And thanks for the Pink Panther. I tried to call you back, but you took that phone off the hook. Anyway, it's a great job. And as to my favorite show, you know what? I can't pick one. They're really all so great. Me TV is really a great channel, and I do appreciate all of your work. I'm so glad that you're finally acknowledging your sister company, 43-5, by being on there, Ronnie. You guys kind of neglected that one.
Yeah.
That's a nice channel, too. Thank you.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite program?
She
hung up.
They're all great, she said. Yeah.
They're all great. Okay. Hey, let's play another clip. I do want to play this one from, and I'll give you time to cue it up, and we can talk a little bit about this. Go back to Gunsmoke, because a lot of people forget. I didn't forget. Burt Reynolds was actually on Gunsmoke.
Yeah, he was.
That's kind of how he started on Gunsmoke, did he not? And then Dennis Weaver came in after him.
Yes, and then Ken Curtis came after
And then
that.
Ken Curtis came after that. So you had three of them. Let's play the clip from Burt Reynolds on Gunsmoke way back when? The 50s or 60s?
No,
in the
first,
50s.
50s.
All right.
This is...
chance. What do you want?
I'll have a beer.
Sam, can we have a couple of beers?
Yes, ma'am. That the fellow that was causing all the ruckus?
Mm-hmm. Willie Jett.
Your Matt was telling me about him. Thinks he's kind of a hard case, doesn't he?
Oh, he's not as tough as he tries to make out.
There you are.
Well, here's to luck.
No, Nick.
Comanche?
Means health, happiness, and death to enemy spirits.
No.
No, Nick.
No, Nick.
I can't forget you saying you was too busy to have a drink with me.
That's what I said.
And what kind of place you running here? Kowtowing to a dirty half-breed.
You better get out of here.
Oh, you're giving orders too, huh? Well, that makes sense. You're two of a kind. Half-breed, cheap bargain.
All right, now get out of here while you still can. I'm not wearing a gun.
And you better get one, mister. Somebody get him a gun.
What's going on?
Quint's just teaching the boy a lesson in manners.
Looks like you did a pretty good job. Jet, you're through and Dad. You got till tomorrow morning and get out of town.
Great scene. Burt Reynolds, man, what an actor, huh?
Yeah, very good, very good. And that's was filmed at CBS Studio Center. Now CBS Studio Center, Mary Tyler Moore Studios.
Yeah.
Too. It's still there.
It's still
when
there.
I went there 20 years ago, it's off the Ventura Freeway on your right side and the left Ventura Freeway, and you're walking around the Dodge.
So that same street that they used for
oh
Dodge
yeah, that's
City
all
is
still there.
Really? For Dodge City?
Yeah,
that
I
they
was
used-
walking through
really?
Dodge.
Really?
It's fun.
Really? That's that. Can you? And that's on CBS Studios. Not can you take a tour?
No.
You
No,
can't.
when you were interning, like your intern has, like
Yeah.
I did, I was over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, John and Ronnie. Can you hear me all right?
Very good.
Oh, you're coming
Okay,
loud and clear.
I'll dialogue a little bit with you, just several questions. One answer. Gomer Pyle is my, I guess you would say, my favorite episode, TV episode from the past. I always got a kick out of him and all the other characters. And then the first question, Ronnie, this is the loaded one. You don't have to answer this one. It's how do you get a salary since you don't have any commercials? How do you get paid if you do get paid at all? And if you do get paid, do you have to pay your guests that are on the program? And and then are you, and this number 2 question, are you related to Paul, I think was named after him, the amphitheater at the Fresno District Fair? Great amphitheater. Love it. I wish I could go there more often if the Fresno Fair was on. It's a great place to view entertainment. Those are that's it, Ronnie. I think that's, I love your program. I'd love to stay and watch it longer, but I do have worship service to go to in mid-Sunday school in the morning.
That's okay.
I do enjoy that, but I do love your program.
Well, thank you
And
very much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Ronnie.
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well,
All right.
Let me ask this first question. We don't get paid. It's community service for the community. Gary
So you don't get
Coppola,
paid. You don't get paid.
I don't get paid, and the guests do it for me. They
Yeah.
come because
Yeah.
of me. So there's no money at all.
No money exchanged
No
at all.
money exchange. It's more like mental therapy for me. And,
Okay.
and the people and Paul, that was my grandfather. He was a fair director.
The Paul Theater.
Yeah, he was a former band leader
Yeah.
in Fresno. He was the Arthur Fiedler and Harry James of Fresno.
We all need therapy, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. So
we
that's,
do. I
yeah.
mean, this show is therapy for me.
Yeah.
See? So, are you going to switch hats, by the way?
You want me to? During the next break.
We could. We could.
Okay.
You're wearing now. Just after you put that other hat on, just don't come near me.
All right.
Well,
I'll leave it off. Okay.
No, you can put it on. You can put it on. Hey, listen, good matchup on Saturday at AT&T Park. I'm thinking about going.
Yeah, that is good.
You know what? You know who's pitching?
Who's
Bumgarner against Kershaw. That's right. Dodgers and Giants at AT&T Park. See, I just gave it away. It'll be sold out.
Yeah.
All right, 436 MeTV option 11. We're going to start going through Ronnie Paul's top 20 list of MeTV programs right here on the MeTV network. It's Connect with Me, 436 MeTV option 11. What is your favorite program here on this station? McHenry Protective Services is your sponsor today. Back in a moment.
The following is a list of celebrities you will not see on MeTV programs. Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Snooki, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Honey Boo Boo, Justin Bieber, Simon Cowell, Chris Brown, Miley Cyrus, and the Real Housewives of any place. This is who you will see on MeTV programs. Lucy, Ralph, Mary, Perry, Gilligan, Kenneth, Spock, Batman, Rowdy, Festus, and the Beaver. MeTV. Thanks for watching.
Action. Well, I didn't figure that passing out a few pills is very hard work.
Passing out pills? 90% of my work is surgery. Setting broken bones, digging bullets out of people, and delivering babies. In the middle of the night. Mr. Dillon! It's them.
Them? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's Ben Seifel and that Tix, and they seen Abby and they grabbed her and they're just treating her something terrible.
Come on.
Putting on airs, are you? Think maybe you're too good for us, huh? About time you taught another lesson.
No, Ben,
Abby.
please!
Come here!
Hold it!
Hold it.
Ah, so you really are a marshal.
You want to go with him, Abby? Or you want to stay here and Dodge?
I never want to see him again as long as I live.
All right, then you go on over to Long Branch and find Kitty.
What do you think you're doing? This ain't no business of the law, mister.
You broke a promise I made to her, Seifel. I told her nobody'd ever hit her again.
Planning to interfere with a man's natural rights?
I want to teach you a lesson.
Well, you made your mistake, mister.
You get him on that wagon and get him out of town. And don't ever come back.
I sure will, Marshal. I never knew Seifel could ever be beat.
One of the all-time famous not gunfights, but actually fist fights in Gunsmoke history. You know, that was a famous scene. I remember that scene, watching it over and over again. But caller is on the line waiting. Go ahead, caller. What's your favorite show on MeTV?
Ooh, I'll tell you, there's a lot of them. I like Andy and Mayberry, Gilligan's Isle, The Twilight Zone, Carol Burnett Show, and F Troop. Those 5 were
F Troop.
my
F
favorites.
Troop was good. Yeah.
So that really, Ronnie, those are the 5. Oh, and Happy Days. I cracked up on with Fonzie.
Yeah.
So those are the ones I really, really enjoyed. And I hope I keep seeing them to the day I'm 80, 90 years old.
Yeah, me too.
Talk to you later, Ronnie.
It looks good. Yeah, you will.
You know, caller, you still there?
No, he left. He hung up.
Okay, he hung up. There are a lot of people that just keep their television tuned. I talk to them. They just keep it tuned to MeTV. They never change it.
I do too at home. When I come
They
home,
never change
it's
it.
all ready to go.
They just sit through all those programs, you know, if they're home. Anyway, hey, how about another one? You know, my father, I'll tell you what he liked. He liked Gomer Pyle. He liked Sergeant Bilko. Remember that show?
Oh, very well.
Yeah. And he loved F Troop. That was my father's 3 favorite shows. But he also liked Hogan's Heroes and Andy Griffith. So Hogan's Heroes is probably one of your favorites, I would say.
It is.
Let me see.
It's really.
It's right at the top.
It is. That was done at Desilu Studios too, and I was pointing out a friend. There was an episode last week that they showed the water tower.
Yeah.
There was no water tower in Germany. That was the Desilu water tower
that
they show over there too. And then it was done at that. There was a 40 acres that they called where Andy Griffith was done. When you watch Gomer Pyle, when they walk into town, that's the same set as they use that as Hogan's Heroes, Gomer Pyle, Andy Griffith. And what happened when you watch Hogan's Heroes, when they go to Germany, go in town, when they show the buildings, that's Mayberry. They just put the German flags over it to cover it like that.
That's it.
When they go to town, that's Mayberry. They're walking through Mayberry. When Schultz, they have a meeting or they go into town, that's all Mayberry set.
Wow.
They just fixed it up because I recognized it.
Right.
Everything. That famous building is Mayberry.
All right, we got some full screens, and you have your top 20. Callers, call in. What's your top 20 favorite shows, or what's your favorite show? 436 MeTV, option 11. I want to play put up on the screen, the full screen, number 20. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up to number 1. Number 20 on the list is Superman for you, right? This is Ronnie Paul's number 20.
Yeah, I tell you what, and we just saw him in a Lucy episode. How these guys came on with Lucy to promote their TV show. Desi worked out a deal that he didn't have to pay. It was barter like that. We'll promote your movie like John Wayne, Blood Alley, if you could do our show for us. So they all said yes. And Superman did that too.
19 on the list for you is The Rifleman.
Yeah.
And we show The Rifleman every day, I believe. Afternoon.
Yeah.
Number 18, next on the list for you is Gunsmoke.
We just
saw Gunsmoke. Yeah. There's Doc. There's Festus. Of course, he's from Clovis.
Yeah, he moved here in Clovis.
He moved here.
At the end.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
We don't know why, but
no, he's all right. And then James Arness is Peter Graves. They're brothers.
Yeah,
brothers.
Peter Graves. They're brothers. All right. Next for you on the list, number 17 is I Love Lucy.
Yeah, there's Jimmy Garrett.
Or the Lucy Show. The Lucy Show.
This is after I Love Lucy.
Yeah. The Lucy Show. This is after I Love Lucy. This is the Lucy Show. Hang on, caller. Get to you in a moment.
Then Jimmy Garrett is a good friend of mine. Right
is
here,
he?
That kid that played Lucy, Jerry Carmichael.
Yeah, and number 16, the Carol Burnett Show.
Yeah, they're all good. Harvey, when he came to Fresno.
Harvey Korman.
Yeah, I says, you remember I saw you at the TV City in the artist entrance and everything. We talked. Oh yeah, hi Rodney, how are you? They're very good. And Carol Burnett, after she did that miniseries at Fresno, I saw her coming in the elevator, and my supervisor said, "What are you doing?" "I want to talk to Carol Burnett." So she came in the elevator with us. We had a night. She's a very tall lady, Carol Burnett.
Yeah, and you had Tim Conway.
And
of
Tim
course,
Conway's
too.
Always great.
Yeah. All right, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Oh, this is Paul Lowe.
I just wanted to say welcome, Ronnie. Good to see you again. And my favorite is Red Skelton, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was CBS for many years.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, TV City.
That was above and beyond. Before his time, comedy. He got ahead of the game.
No, he was good. He was a fixture CBS for 20 years. So,
I know. Was it 20?
Yeah, 20 years CBS
Ronnie,
and
I
then
thank
ABC.
you so much for all the time that you have given to the Valley. Not just Fresno, but the whole Valley loves you.
Yeah, even Bakersfield. We go to Bakersfield.
You go to Bakersfield now?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bakersfield.
Still on the coast?
And the coast too.
Yeah. So your
There
favorite
it is.
Your favorite program was
You're
what?
not a guy that messes around, and I appreciate what you're doing,
Well,
and it
thanks
makes
to him,
my
John,
heart warm.
too. Good.
Well, we appreciate you, caller, and
Let you guys.
Your favorite program is what? I forgot.
Red Skelton.
Red Skelton. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I would always watch it when I was young. It was something I would never miss, and Ronnie will play it for me because he's not a guy that messes around.
All right. All right. Thank you
Paul.
so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Good day.
Good day. Thank you very much for that call. And so, yeah, Red Skelton was ahead of his time. Jackie Gleason was ahead of his time.
Getting back Red Skelton. You know what Red Skelton says? You know what the Armenian word for oven is? Is Red Skelton said?
No.
Fresno.
Fresno.
And Jackie Gleason too. Jackie Gleason.
Ahead of his time.
Yeah, those
Way ahead.
honeymooners, those 39 classics that me TV shows. It's no matter how many times you've seen it.
Yeah.
You laugh just as hard.
Right.
See, you know what's going to happen, but you're out.
Yeah. Let's do number 15.
Laughing.
15 on the list is Perry Mason. Now, as you know, Raymond Berry was a terrific. Raymond Burr, not Raymond Berry. Raymond Burr was a. Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
You got New England.
Raymond Burr was one of the best actors of all time. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. He made this role was very. You know, and when you watch it late at night, sometimes I watch it when before I want to go to bed. You get glued to this.
Yeah, and then he did Ironside.
He did
after
Ironside too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 14 on the list for Ronnie Paul is F Troop.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. When you walk through Warner Brothers, it's set in the
Ken
back.
Berry, right?
Yeah, Ken Berry. Yeah, this is before Mayberry RFD.
Mm-hmm.
And Larry Storch was good. He did a lot of Gomer Pyle, Forrest Tucker, everything. We just lost her, the gal last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest Tucker is on the far left there.
Yeah.
I remember him. And
Yeah,
then
very well.
number 13 on the list for you is
13, sorry.
13 is Get Smart.
Yeah, he died, but she's 92 years old. Barbara
Yeah.
Felton. Yeah.
Yeah, good
that
looking
was
lady.
Paramount Studios too. That was filmed there.
Was it? Yeah, I like the shoe used. You use that as a phone.
Yeah. Would
That
you
is-
believe like that?
Yeah, yeah. Gilligan's Island for you is number 12 on the list.
Yeah, that CBS Studio Center. They tore all that down. All that lagoon is all gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah, that's where Gunsmoke was done too, and Twilight Zone was done.
Uh-huh.
There, everything too, and.
But the Gunsmoke set you said is
Gunsmoke
still there.
set's still there.
Uh huh. It's too bad they can't set up tours.
They don't want people to go around. It's more of a liability, you know. Like Universal's okay, but there's only tours. It's just Universal City and now NBC. Those are the only ones now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for tours.
Yeah.
For tours.
All right. And number 11, before we go to break, is The Many Loves
Dobie Gillis, yeah.
of Dobie Gillis.
Yeah. Dwayne
Yeah.
Hickman.
Yeah.
Bob Denver. Bob Denver did a good role in this too. And this other lady, I can't think of her name right now. She's a politician in California, Los Angeles. She's
Is
in
that right?
politics. Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite show here on MeTV? It's a classic network, of course, that is national on many of the substations around the country. 436 MeTV option 11. We are here. Do you watch MeTV all day? Do you have it tuned in all day on your set? And McHenry Protective Services is our sponsor today. Call in to the program today and offer up some opinions. Back in a moment. It's no wonder why the city of Fresno and so many Valley businesses choose McHenry Protective and Investigative Services. With over 50 years of experience in public safety and security, McHenry's team of experts will safeguard you, your commercial property, and your next big event. Professional service, marked patrol vehicles, 24-hour dispatch, and friendly, observant, and responsive armed and unarmed guards are just a few of the reasons you should contact McHenry at 559-478-7747 or visit them online at mchenryprotection.com.
Now, here is our beloved Führer, Adolf Hitler himself. Germans everywhere! Good Abend! The Führer speaks to you tonight, live from Berlin! I'm happy to report that the war against the enemies of our beloved Third Reich goes well. It is possible that you have heard rumors that Berlin is in ruins, Hamburg is a shambles, and so on. I order you not to believe these things, even if they are true. Willie, always very against the enemy. At the present time, certain negotiations are underway which will come as a great surprise to the fatherland. No matter what happens, we will all be together. In conclusion, I say, tighten your belts, work hard, fight dirty, and no matter what happens, keep smiling.
Keep smiling? I know nothing. I know nothing, Ronnie. I know nothing.
You know, Robert Clary is the only one left. He's 90 years old. I know his nephew, Eddie Cannon's grandson, Brian Gary, and they were in Beverly Hills for my birthday last month. And then my friend Stu, they called me up, and we had a nice talk with Robert Clary.
Oh,
everything.
wow.
I says, next time I see you, I says, I want you to make me some strudel. Because there's no for strudel.
Caller, go ahead. Limited time, but go ahead. You're on with Ronnie Paul.
Well, I'll tell you, I like Me TV. I think it's a great program. The only complaint that I do have is I think these shows are classics, and I don't think they should be messed with. I think if you advertise the program, you should advertise the program as it was originally aired. I love Grandma. I love Mama's TV show. That's great, but Mama does not belong in Batman. You know, it's okay for her to advertise about Carol Burnett. It's okay for her to advertise about Mamas, but putting people in places where they do not belong, that just sort of is derogatory against the show. You know, I mean, I'm not crazy about Batman, but I don't think that should be done.
What she's talking about, you know, when MeTV does their promos on shows,
Yes.
they're using Carol Lawrence as their spokesperson for these shows and everything. So that's why this was MeTV's. This is nothing to do here or anything like that. So that was MeTV's.
She's talking about the promos. That
Yeah,
they
the
use.
promos. Watch a
They're
Batman.
mixing. They're mixing Batman in with, say, Jackie Gleason or something.
Yeah, you know,
as an example.
Yeah, but she's advertising MeTV. She's the spokes. They're using her as a spokesperson for MeTV shows.
Right.
So
right.
that's what she's explaining.
Okay. Hey, let's take a look at a clip from The Honeymooners, because that's one of the all-time classics too, and then we'll go through your top 10 list after that. The Honeymooners, you can pick any one you want. They're all funny. They're all original. They're all classic, and you can watch them right here on MeTV. Let's take a look at this clip.
All I have to do is just be a little firm with her and show her who's boss. There's one thing I don't want you to forget, Norton. I am the king in my castle. The king, Norton. I rule my kingdom. Alice is just a mere peasant girl. Just a servant to do my bidding. I snap my fingers and she jumps. I'm the king of my castle. I'm just like Richard the Lionhearted. I rule with an iron hand. Oh, that's telling around. That's all right.
Trixie sent me up to see if she could have some more thread around here.
Oh, hiya, sweetheart.
Hiya, Ralph.
Hey, that's a mighty friendly way to talk to a peasant.
What's this peasant stuff?
I'll tell you what it is, Alice. He's got something to tell you, and you better listen, because he's king of the castle, and you are nothing but a servant. Go ahead, snap your fingers, Ralph. I'm dying to see a jump. Don't forget, you are dealing with Richard the Lionhearted, who rules with an iron hand. Don't you shut up.
Go ahead, Ralph. Tell me. There is something you wanted to tell me, isn't there? Oh, mighty king of the castle? Go ahead. Rule with an iron hand. Come on, Ralph, tell me. The peasants have a right to know.
You think I won't tell you? You think I won't tell you? Is that what you think, that I won't tell you?
That's right, oh Richard the chicken-hearted.
Just for that, I won't tell you.
Richard the chicken-hearted.
They don't make them like that anymore, do they,
No,
Ronnie?
They don't. And they asked him, well, what made it so popular? He says, he just said, it's just plain funny. And that's what here we saw an example of it right
Right. And they had, well, not only funny, but they were themselves. You could tell that it was just, they were just playing the part, but they did it so well. They were relaxed. Great actor, Jackie Gleason, no question. Why did he last so long, in your opinion?
Well, that's why they call him the Great One, you know. CBS spent tons of money. He wanted to move to Miami. Okay, so they rented that.
From New York to Miami.
From New York, yeah. So here they gave him his own train and everything too, because he was a big money maker for CBS at that time.
Miami Beach.
Yeah, from the Sun and Fun capital of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that the problem is, towards the end, he wanted to do half honeymooners, the color ones, the hour long, and he wanted to do variety again. And CBS says, no, we want all honeymooners, and he didn't want to do it. So he signed the contract, this is 71 up to 76. So CBS was paying him up to 76 and he couldn't do a thing. Then after that, he went to ABC and they started up his again. Then in the meantime, they found those lost episodes underneath his bed. There's some of the closet after he died. That they found those.
Oh,
yeah.
He hit him.
Yeah,
he hit him. Yeah, no question. So,
but that's why, see, if CBS wouldn't
and is it what we just saw there? Are they part of the lost episodes?
Yeah, that's the lost episodes. Yeah, that's owned by CBS.
That's owned by CBS, and so he had the episode we just saw.
Was not the lost episode though.
Was
that's
not
original 39.
That's original 39.
But there are lost hidden episodes that MeTV does show too.
Really, and they were hidden under his bed.
Yeah.
Wow, boy, I'll tell you. You know, it seems like just about every. I mean. Name it. Every big name actor always had some kind of a run-in with the network. There was always a problem, whether it was James Garner, you go back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And Desi Arnaz or somebody. Now you're talking about Jackie Gleason. There's always some kind of conflict,
yeah,
huh?
But
Why?
when you're getting
Why?
paid
Why?
from 71 to 7, that's 5 years. You know, work something out, you know.
They didn't work anything out.
No, he still got paid, but he couldn't go to ABC or NBC to do something. That was in that contract.
Weird. All right, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say that I watched this show. I'm like you. Some of those people have been saying, they turn on the television, they virtually watch this channel. But only thing that I want to comment on today, Ronnie Paul is wonderful, and I like the stories you're telling, is that I'll be watching like Gunsmoke, which is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
And it comes up to the last 10 minutes of the show, and I lose the broadcast. And then it comes back on at the very end. You miss everything in between. And this happens so many times. It happens. I'll watch Bonanza. I'll watch Gunsmoke. And some of these other shows that are on there.
Let me
And
ask
it can
you
be late
something.
at night. It can be early in the morning.
Caller, are you
and
watching?
I just don't understand why does that happen.
Caller, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you watching us on antenna or are you watching us on Comcast cable?
Oh, I'm watching antenna because I'm not going to buy cable.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I can't. I'm not a tech guy.
There is.
so
I get it too on the antenna, but the cable I don't.
Yeah. Do you have the same problem?
Yes. Yeah. You're not alone, so don't feel that.
Yeah, I don't know yet. But where's your antenna, sir?
Well, I've got it pointing towards the foothills, which is where I've always got my better reception.
Okay.
To the, I guess you would say to the east and north.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it should be pointed towards. But I don't know. It could be an antenna problem. I'm not sure. How old is your? You have the latest version of these digital antennas, or what do you have?
Well, I used to work at a store that we were selling those before they became the thing now to buy, and so that's the kind I have. It has those little. It has the parts that reach instead of just the butterfly antenna. It has the arms that reach out.
Yeah.
And one thing that gets me is, see, I grew up just like all of you did.
Yeah.
And I don't ever remember this happening when we were on regular antenna and this digital process wasn't going on. It's ever since they put in digital, we've been having all these kind of problems, which we never experienced when I was growing up. We watched the show, it went on all the way.
Yeah.
And nowadays with this digital high-tech stuff, you'd think they'd have that defeated, but no, are they just trying to force everybody to pay for their television? I don't want that.
We're short on time, but let me offer you some advice. Call us here at Ventura TV, 265-4326. Ask for Rafi or whoever, and maybe they can help you out.
Okay, I appreciate the help. I've been trying to figure out who I could call. I appreciate you telling me that.
You got it. Thank you, caller. All right, top 10 list for Ronnie. Let's start with number 10, Abbott and Costello. And that is number 10 on your list,
guys
right?
are good. Who's on first? You'll never get tired of it.
Yeah, who's on first? All right,
Yeah.
Car 54 is number 9. Where are you, Car 54?
That's on BTV here.
That's right.
That,
Yeah, all right. Hogan's Heroes comes in at number 8 for Ronnie Paul. And these are Ronnie Paul's top 20, by the way. Petticoat Junction is number 7. How do you like that? Oh, I loved that show as a kid.
Yeah, Dee Benaderet, the Barney Rubble, and Blanche Morton on the
all right, the Beverly Hillbillies comes in at number 6 right there. There's Uncle Jed and Jethro and Ellie Mae and Granny and all the rest. Number 5 is Gomer Pyle. Number 4 is the Andy Griffith Show. The Honeymooners comes in at number 3. Number 2, Sergeant Bilko. That was one of my dad's favorites. Obviously, there he is. And number 1 on the list for Ronnie Paul, his favorite all-time show is I Love Lucy. And the man who played Sergeant Bilko?
Phil Silvers.
Phil Silvers. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad loved him.
Yeah, the daughter, you see, his daughter is in Happy Days, Kathy Silvers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But
so Ronnie,
he's a very nice man. Phil Silvers.
Will these shows? We only have about a minute left, and we got to go. Will these shows last forever?
Another 50+ years. Really.
Or more?
More.
Why?
Lifetime.
Why?
It's just good entertainment, and it takes you away from whatever problems you have. Our daily news drives you nuts and everything.
But it also takes you back in a time capsule. Yeah.
Everything. Hogan's Heroes started when I was 10 years old, and I just enjoy them just as much today as I did then.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Ronnie
And
Paul.
you know not to call me during Hogan's Heroes, too. Yeah.
I know. Don't call him during Hogan's Heroes. Anyway, Flying Home with Ronnie Paul airs on what station? Quickly.
378 on Comcast, channel 43.5 and 33.2, and on the internet.
Every Saturday night from 7 p.m. until 1 a.m., it's Ronnie Paul flying home with the man of the hour or the day on Saturday, every Saturday on your local television station. Ronnie, thank you very much.
You. We'll see
You never put your Dodger hat on.
No,
it's
that's
okay.
all right.
You can put it on now.
That's all right.
All right. See you tomorrow with Roger George. We'll talk about why all these releases are going downstream into the ocean. They're wasting water again, my friends. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. It's no wonder why the city of Fresno and so many Valley businesses choose McHenry Protective and Investigative Services. With over 50 years of experience in public safety and security, McHenry's team of experts will safeguard you, your commercial property, and your next big event. Professional service, marked patrol vehicles, 24-hour dispatch, and friendly, observant, and responsive armed and unarmed guards are just a few of the reasons you should contact McHenry at 559-478-7747 or visit them online.